What's up, guys? This is my video entry for the Pathfinder challenge. We're going to build some traps, build a shelter, build a primitive fire, and do some emergency first aid, boil some water. Alright, let's get going. This is a quick sundial compass. Stick casts a shadow, and you leave a rock at the end of the shadow, which in this particular case would be this rock. And then at 15 minutes later or so, maybe a little longer, you come back, leave a second rock where the second shadow, and this will give you your rough east-west line right between this stick here. What we have here is a squirrel pole. What I've done is basically laid a branch up into this little nice looking den site here. It's a little low for squirrels, but we could catch any nice, medium-sized mammals in it. So basically what we're doing is just building a ladder. Alright. Let me move in a little closer here. And I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but we have snares set up all along the pole. Now in reality we'd want to run these snares across the whole pole all the way down. But as a quick example, this is going to work. So the idea is the mammal travels up or down using this little homemade ladder. It's going to come in and basically catch its head right on the snare, and as it moves it's going to tighten, struggle, and fall and get trapped. You'll notice that I don't have it touching all the way down, because we just really want to trap the head. We want the legs to go underneath. That way we're hanging by the neck instead of hanging by the body. More likely to give us a clean and more humane, if you will, kill. Just want to point out here that I'm dismantling the traps, because this isn't really a real survival situation, so there's no point in leaving these traps engaged. If you're not going to eat what you're going to kill, then you're just killing for fun, and that isn't really right. So this is a coyote deadfall using milkweed cordage I made, and it's placed in a game trail where animals are coming down through here like a little staircase going over to the lake to get water. And if this was a real survival situation, we'd fill all this in to force the animals to go through here instead of around. But they'll hit the trigger, release the cordage, and dead animal. And making a kill. Alright, this is a twitch up on the edge of a game trail. Mammals will come down this game trail. There's water behind here where they get water. This is kind of off to the edge because smaller mammals skirt the edge. Survival situation, we'd fence this off a little bit, try to funnel things through here. Right now we don't really have time for that, so it's getting dark, and I can't film in the dark with this camera. So basically a trigger mechanism is a stick pressed against a rock, toggle holding the tree down, and when an animal trips the actual stick there in the middle, snare will grab it, pull it up like this. Alright, this is about the least glamorous trap, but also, in my opinion, most effective and easiest, quickest to make. The trap is a bit of an overstatement. Right here we have a slide used by aquatic mammals, semi-aquatic mammals coming up in and out of the water. If you look, if I can do this without blinding the camera, there's a snare wire right here. It's tied off to the tree, about this size for a small aquatic mammal. We'd actually make that a little smaller. And animal comes up out of the slide or down into the water, gets hung. Simple as that. Alright, what we have here is tripwire triggered deadfall. If you see the rock, this is over there. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up with the snow and sleet, but this is an anchor trigger mechanism. This is where your energy is stored as a rock hanging from the tree. I don't know if that's in the camera lens, but I don't want to leave the camera exposed to the snow so long here. Underneath this rock is a small mammal burrow, which will run a tripwire across. and through a little pulley system I made. When the animal comes out, it's going to trigger that tripwire, release the trigger, and drop this rock on our little mammal, hopefully. And it should go something like this. And that is dinner. Cattail. Flint and steel. Battery's gonna die on me. I'll probably build another fire with flint and steel tomorrow. Had to resort over to the ferro rod there. I wasn't having any luck with flint and steel. I've been at it for 3 hours or so, and I'm losing daylight. Still got to finish up the shelter. Let's try this. I've seen people do this before on TV. I've never done it. Clearly. That fucking figures. I'd like to introduce you to a new survival tool. This is a survival pumpkin. It's a canteen. You got a little helmet on the lid. You can use that. It's food. You can eat it. We can boil water in it. We can carve help in it and make a little signal fire in it and shine the word help across the, wherever you got it. So this is the little known secret survival pumpkin. Never before seen on YouTube. Now we're going to try and boil water in it, which may or may not work. Hang on a minute, bear with me, sorry about the lighting. And we're boiling. That is boiling water and boiling seeds. So we're cooking our food, purifying our dirty ass lake water, and welcome to the great world of survival pumpkin. A little closer so you can see. Nice. And that is boiling water in a log. Let's see if we can get it a little hotter. Hollowed out log cup. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a pretty good boil. Really good boil now. The water looks a little dirty because I poured it out of a pumpkin. And in fact, the rocks just came out of the fire. but it's clean. That's what counts. My batteries are dying again because it's freaking cold out. This is a debris hut built into the natural protection of a pine tree, so it's a little bit of a combination. You can see. I got some finishing touches to put onto it, but this is the inside of it. And we got some grass and hay down there to give some insulation off the ground, but I'm going to get a little bit more. And that's the shelter. Decided not to bring fire in the shelter. As you can see, that's part of the roof. Yeah, fire would be bad. What I should have done and intended to do is build a fire reflector to reflect that heat back in here. I just didn't have time before it got dark. Maybe I'll go do that now. I don't know. Pretty sure there won't be any sleep tonight. This is going to be a long night. I don't even know what time it is. I just know it's cold. I don't know how cold it is tonight, but this seriously sucks. I am frozen. What was that? Who's out there? I'm so scared. Still here. Alright, I'm up now. It's cold and daylight, but I gotta say this worked out pretty well. I know I was complaining about the cold, but really I was never really actually concerned about, health and safety. It was never quite that bad. Definitely a chilly night. I accidentally knocked down the edge of my wall on one spot. Fortunately it fell outward instead of inward, because lesson learned. I also should have made a smaller ceiling in here. Oh boy, I don't know if that light's even on me. Should have made a smaller ceiling in here to help trap some of the heat closer to my body. Another lesson learned. But I got a few hours of sleep, or a couple hours of sleep, I'm not quite sure, but it's daylight now, so that's good. And my fire went out. Stick. And twisted up milkweed cord. All natural, all homemade. Tell you one thing, my Lyme disease did not want me making this cordage. Oh man, my knuckles hurt bad. We're going to simulate extreme knee injury, such as a broken knee, or in which case we would have to immobilize the knee. We're going to take our cordage, brace off to the side, tie these off with a quick and simple square knot, not too tight, not too loose. Too tight, you risk cutting off circulation. Too loose and you're just plain ineffective. Hopefully I'm in the camera view. I don't know if I said, but I'm just tying these off with quick square knots. Ow. That's hard to reach. Alright. You could always add more rope if necessary. This is, like I said, this was a quick version. I mean, you can do it a little better, but that's a quick way. You could even put another stick on the inside of the leg. That'll definitely help immobilize it. One thing, if you got to get that person far, you're going to need padding between the stick and the leg. Let's see if I can even get up. And a more or less immobilized leg. Alright.